But the problem nowadays is that the woman is the one doing the loving, and the man is not going to submit. So the woman is left with submitting, at the same time trying to love the man. So you're trying to get his attention, you're trying to make him see you, you're trying to make him come around to you, you're trying to make him choose only you, you're doing all of these things and having to submit again. Okay, so beautiful people, thank you for joining me again. I'm so happy to have you back. It's been a while, but I'm so sorry I have been busy. As you all know, I don't like taking much of our time. So I want us to discuss this thing about love and loving someone. Why is it that loving someone can really hurt? Like you feel, am I even doing the right thing loving someone? Why do we get hurt? And is it possible for us to trade our hearts without getting hurt? I believe that is possible. So that is what I want us to discuss today. Why love hurts and how we can keep our hearts so that we don't get hurt. Because, if we are always getting hurt, at some point we might get discouraged and feel like, what's it? Let me just live by myself. But as human beings, we are social beings. We have to relate with people. So I want us to learn today how we can keep our hearts in such a way that we don't keep getting hurt. And the first thing I want us to discuss about this topic, that is to say how we can prevent our hearts from getting hurt as we form relationships with people. The number one thing is I notice that most times people give what they do not have so that they can have what they do not have. What am I trying to say? It's like maybe all your life you've been this person that feels rejected. You've been this person that was not supported, someone that is repressed. So you now see this person that you feel, oh, I like this person, I would like to form a relationship with this person, and you're like, okay, what you're looking for is acceptance. Or if you're someone that is repressed, you want somebody that would nurture you, that would allow you be yourself, to express yourself. So the reason why you're trying to form a relationship with someone is because of what you do not have. Let's say, for example, you are someone that was not really given attention to growing up. So that creates a hole in your heart, and you're like, you want someone to notice you. So you're forming that relationship because there is a brokenness in you that you want that person to fix. Ordinarily, that should not be wrong, because when we say we want to form a loving relationship with someone, we expect that the love that they pour into us and the love that we pour into them would cause a simultaneous healing in our hearts. But the problem about that is that most times people are not on the frequency that we are. What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that sometimes what you are looking for, the person you are looking for it from, probably does not even have that thing. Probably because most times, again, sometimes we attract what we are to ourselves. So there is that likelihood that what you're looking for in that person does not also have it. So on the long run, you feel like I want to be given attention, and that person probably also wants to be given attention. Remember I said, and you must have heard it before, that most times we attract to ourselves what we are. So when you attract to yourself what you are, it means that person is most likely on the same plane with you. Okay, if you have 2 cups and the 2 of them have the same capacity, water holding capacity, if you pour the liquid in one of the cups, let's say cup A now, you want to pour it into cup B. If you try to pour it, the other one is going to finish. And for someone to be able to supply you with what you have, it means they have to have in abundance. So if we are looking for something from someone that probably does not have it, we are going to get hurt. That's the truth. So what is the solution to that? So the solution to that kind of a situation is that if you notice any problem in your relationship and it has to do with something like you're expecting your partner to do something, what I would suggest is that you should solve your problem. Trace where it is coming from. You see, what we are trying to do anytime we say that this person should fill me up, I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. But what if it is not happening and this person does not have the capacity to do that for us? What we are trying to do is we are trying to say, well, each time we look for someone to solve our problems for us, what we're trying to do is we're trying to say, I am one. I'm trying to use an illustration to explain. It's like we are trying to say, I am a figure one, for example, and this my partner is a figure one. You know, when you add 1 to 1, you have 2. But instead of that, you're looking for a figure like 8 or 10, right? The only thing you can do, what you have power over, is to increase yourself to a number like 9, right? And you add it to that 1. That's the only thing we have a guarantee over, that okay, if I can improve on myself, then I can have the results that I have. But if I keep waiting for my partner to do this or do that before I can be happy, it's going to take a long time. It might not even happen because there are so many things that go into a person changing. So if I'm waiting for my partner to change and be able to meet my needs before I feel like I want to feel, I would have to wait, and there is no assurance that what I want is going to happen. But on the other hand, what I can do is improve on myself. Instead of being a figure one, I can choose to say, okay, can I improve on myself? Can I increase myself from being a figure one to being about a figure 9 so that I can add it to the 1 that my partner has? And the twist about that also is that even that 1, if you're already married, that's why I said your partner. If you're still dating and you feel this person is not complimenting, you have every reason to opt out of the relationship. But if you're married already and you know it's not something that is strong enough to break you guys up, just ask yourself, how can I improve on myself? How can I improve on myself such that I would not be getting hurt all the time? Allow free people. If someone cannot give you what you want, don't make it a do or die thing. Okay, so let's move on to the next point. So the next thing that I notice makes us get hurt in our relationship is that we expect what is not there. Remember, it looks alike, but they are still different. The first point I said, usually we love expecting something that we do not have. It's about us expecting that, okay, I don't have this, and you're trying to give that thing. What you do not have, you were never supported, you're trying to give support to somebody, hoping that as you are giving that support to them, they are going to give support to you. But what you should do is to give yourself support, not that you try to give support and expect support in return. If you need support, support yourself. Don't try to give support to somebody because you expect them to support you. Make sure that as much as possible, your life is whole. Don't try to give your life in a broken form to somebody to patch for you. they probably have a life that they want patched up themselves. So if there is anything you need, depend on God to help you fix it. So the next point, like I said, is it has to do with expectation. Most times we expect from people what they cannot give. Let's be realistic about life and about the people we are dealing with. If you've not seen someone do for themselves what you want them to do for you, stop expecting it from them. If you've not seen someone lead their life into what they desire, don't expect them to lead your life in the direction that you would desire, because the first and the only way that people can learn how to treat us is by first learning how to treat themselves. If someone has not learned how to treat him or herself in the right way, trust me, they cannot treat you in the right way. And your expectation is only going to keep getting you hurt because this person is not giving to you what you want them to give to you. So on the long run, you're expecting them to do this and they are not doing this. If someone is not watching their health, they are not watching out for themselves emotionally, they are not watching out for themselves financially, all of those things. If someone is not watching out for themselves, they can't watch out for you. It's not like they are wicked. It's not like they are bad. It's just what it is. It's just that they are not capable to do those things. So there is this tendency we have to say, okay, as a man is supposed to be this strong. A man is supposed to be this, supposed to be that. But what we forget is that in a perfect world, which is always in our head, right? In our head, we always imagine what should be. But we forget that the perfect person lives in our mind, because this world is not perfect. You cannot meet a perfect man. You cannot meet a perfect woman. So all those things you are expecting of a man, because he's a man, he's supposed to be this put together. He's supposed to know this. I am not saying they're not supposed to know that, but in one way or the other, everybody is broken. So there will be those evidences of our brokenness. So when we see those things, we shouldn't shy away from it. We should allow people to be human beings. So if someone is not doing what you expect of them, first notice they are not doing it for themselves. Just check. If someone is not being faithful or committed, trust me, they are not committed to their own self. It's not rocket science. Let's say, for example, your partner cheats, or let's say a partner that is cheating. You may feel, he goes out to enjoy himself or herself. He lives the life of his flesh, as in he enjoys his flesh as much as possible. So you're feeling betrayed. Trust me, they are the one betraying themselves first, because number one, he or she is not committed to his or her health, because they can contract different kinds of disease while sleeping around. They are not even thinking about their future. They are not thinking of building quality and healthy relationship with other people that they can enjoy in their old age. So such people, they become lonely at heart. They might not tell you, but they become lonely. They heap up more pressure on themselves than the enjoyment they hope to get from those fleshly escapades. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that nobody can do to you what they've not done to themselves. And we should not expect from people what they have not done for themselves. So if someone comes to you and they tell you, I will do this for you, I will make you have this, first check their life. You don't even have to ask. First check for the signs of those things in their lives. If they don't have it, don't rely on their promises, because if somebody cannot do something for themselves, they cannot do it for another person. So once you know this, it doesn't make you to keep worrying yourself. You know that this thing is not there. So I'm not expecting it. If it is there, I would have gotten it too, because all you have to do then is ask. But now that he has not made it happen for himself, he cannot make it for you. You cannot make it happy for you. If someone has not led themselves emotionally into emotional splendor, if someone has not led themselves into patience, they can't give you patience. If they've not led themselves into calmness, they can't give you calmness. If they've not led themselves into self-control, they can't give that relationship those things. So when you are already in a relationship, I'm talking about marital relationship, and you can't see those things that you want in your spouse, they are not doing you any harm. They don't have it. That's why they are not giving it. So if you need it, try and get it. With God, there is no limit. But with people, we are as limited as the power of the person we are relating with. So that's that about that. Let's move on to the last point. And the last point would be that, remember, what we are discussing, just to do a short recap, is why love hurts, the reasons why we get hurt. So I'm trying to review some points on how we would not be getting hurt over and over again. And like I said, the last point we'll be discussing is the role you are taking in the relationship. As a man, as a woman, I realize that there is a role, a distinct role that each of us is supposed to take. If you take the role of a man, you're not going to be happy. If a woman takes the role of a man, she will not be happy. If the man takes the role of a woman, he is not going to be happy, because we were designed the way we were for a reason. So we feel naturally happy, refreshed when we do who we are. So if a woman is always the one trying to take the lead, trying to get the attention of the man, there is going to be problem. There's going to be problems, because that's not what you're designed to do. There was a day I was talking to an elderly woman. Just to explain this further, there was a day I was talking to an elderly woman, and she said, do you know the reason why there is so much problem in most marriages nowadays? And I was keen to hear her. I said, okay, because we're actually discussing some things, and my ears were widely opened just to hear her. And she said to me, because what God said to the woman is to submit. What he told the man is to love. But the problem nowadays is that the woman is the one doing the loving, and the man is not going to submit. So the woman is left with submitting, at the same time trying to love the man. So you're trying to get his attention, you're trying to make him see you, you're trying to make him come around to you, you're trying to make him choose only you. You're doing all of these things and having to submit again. You feel like there is no point to it, because you are not being given anything, but you are giving all. What is supposed to be given to you so that you feel replenished, of being in awe of your partner? He's supposed to be the one trying to get your attention, trying to pursue you as a woman, but you're the one trying to do the pursuit. You're the one trying to take you guys to the altar. You're the one trying to, it feels so much ease. Most times the man or the woman would not say anything, because they feel they may not say anything because they feel, well, it's good, it's not bad, they're enjoying it. But the problem is, you as a person, you will be giving more than you can afford to give, and at the same time you are not being given anything. So you feel like it's a lose-lose game for you. So if you are in this kind of a shoe, what you want to do is stop taking the role of the man if you're a woman. And if you are a man, own your responsibilities. Don't make the woman do everything that you're supposed to do. I believe that who we are supposed to be is already ingrained into us. Nobody has to tell you this is what you're supposed to do. As a woman, you know how if you're connected to your own feelings, you know how you want to be. It is your insecurities and your fears that is making you run after a man, trying to get his attention, trying to treat you rightly. And this is linked to the first point I mentioned earlier. Sometimes when we don't have something, when we don't have a feeling inside, we try to get it from someone else. And the way we do that is we try to give what we do not have, because you are not giving attention. You're trying to get somebody to give you attention. So you are giving them exaggerated form of attention. You are doing too much. And the only thing that is going to give you is going to break your heart. Because nobody takes people who tries to do everything seriously. It's like you're trying to project yourself as if you're a slave. If you keep doing that, nobody's going to take you seriously. They're just going to milk you, use you, and take advantage of you, and just move on to the next thing. You see, people like to have what is good. People want to feel like I have something valuable. So you have to project yourself as a valuable person, not as someone to be used. If you project yourself like something to be used, people will use you and drop you because you called yourself something to be used. But if you make people realize by the way you treat yourself, if you make people realize that you're something worthwhile, you are valuable, that you value yourself, they will get the message. You don't have to tell them I'm valuable. The way you treat yourself would show to people whether you are someone to be respected or something to just use and dump. So in essence, what I'm trying to say is that if you want to stop getting hurt, whether you're married or you're single, stop projecting yourself like something. Project yourself like someone. And you cannot project yourself like someone if you don't become someone. So the first thing is be someone. Know yourself. Know what you want. Know what you don't want. And don't be sorry about it. Because you were made like that. If you like something, like it. Don't wait for someone. I'm so sorry. Don't wait for someone to give you permission to be a person that has likes and dislikes before you are like that. If they are not okay with it, they can excuse you. If you're married already, if they are not okay with it, they will just have to look for a way to live around it. Because so long as what you call yourself is not something that is going to hurt another person, you are not trying to use your own life to disturb another person's life. If it is just about you being the you in a unique way, there shouldn't be a problem about that. So what I'm saying in essence is this: watch the role you play. Play the role you're supposed to play. Don't try too much to make a relationship work. And maybe that would require for me to say this: be contented and be happy with yourself. See yourself as a gift. Don't wait until you have another person before you feel like you have something good running in your life. You yourself, being with yourself, loving yourself, being alive is a gift already. So when you have yourself, you have something wonderful. It's not until you have another person before your life becomes wonderful. So long as that notion is still in our heads, we would always feel defeated, because that means we've opened our hearts to be treated any ways that people feel they should treat it, because now you are at their mercy. But if you're okay whether people stay or they don't stay, then nobody has power over you, because it is your life and it is your world. So that's what I said I should come here and share today. I hope you've been able to learn one thing or the other. If you have anything to say, any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section. I'll be there to read them. Thank you till next time. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining me.